Alright guys, check this out. Litecoin just hitting a huge milestone, 105. The 105 the 105 is the first Fibonacci correction, all right? The 23.6 Fibonacci correction, and we're talking about the whole bear market from the very top to the very bottom. Just the first Fibonacci correction, 23.6 right here, 105. Right, we've seen the Bitcoin hitting that key level, the respective key level of 23.6 about 2 weeks ago. So it's obvious that the Litecoin is just lagging far behind, even though I have to say it's still in the leading group of coins that have made it to their respective 23.6 first Fibonacci correction. Right? Even though it's lagging behind the Bitcoin by about 2 weeks, it's still one of the pioneers reaching that particular milestone. So you can see that we've just hit that key level a couple of days ago, right? We've seen that spike here. Obviously, that's a massive resistance. Even though I suspect that price will have enough strength to break through, it might not actually happen on this particular round. Right? So here's what I think is probable at this point. By the way, I have no position right now on the Litecoin. I actually suspect that it may build up a downside move. It's going to be a local kind of short-term cycle that we're dealing here with, but I just switched to the daily chart to show you what I'm talking about. So you can see the touchdown on that 105 was done about 4 days ago, right? By doing so, price actually built up a second leg in this formation, right? At this point, I suspect, evidently from the reaction we've seen here on that 105 and the top resistance of this particular formation, 106.50 right here, right? So we've seen that touchdown on both of these key levels and a strong turnaround, which suggests that price may actually engage with a full downside move back to the lower section, which means 75.96 and below, right? Probably even towards the previous low around 70. Only then we'll probably see another upside reversal and the next upside move. So at this point, as long as we're staying below 105, right? 105 is the main point of reference, but also 106.50. I think it's more likely that price will continue to move downwards. Now, I only give you two interesting technical elements to hold on. The first one is the 92.08. Now, we've seen yesterday price breaking through that 92.08 with a daily close. If price can come back today or maybe tomorrow and cross back below 92.08, I think that's going to be an important indication that we're going to continue downwards. If not, if it will fail to break 92.08, because you see it's trying to do that right now. If it's going to fail and if just a bit of a spike here, that's actually going to strongly suggest that price is going to continue on the upside and have a second attempt on breaking through that 105 and 106.50. Now, last technical element I wanted to throw in here has to be about the head and shoulders pattern that's starting to form here, right? Now, you can actually see that from the daily perspective. You have to move into, and I'm talking about this particular area here. We're going to have to move in to the 4-hour chart. It's much more visible here. You can see the left shoulder followed by a massive head and right shoulder that seems to be constructed right now as we speak, right? So obviously we can look closely at the 4-hour price action and wait for a break below the neckline, right? Neckline roughly around 88 or 87.50, right? Or I should say, and watch for that close below 92.08, which right now seems to be moving away from reality, right? The price is just coming back up and establishing itself right on top of that spot. It's going to be really interesting to see how this is going to unfold. But for now, as you can understand, taking a break from the Litecoin, actually considering initiating a short position, what I call a cheeky short position, taking price to 75.96, right? But I've just laid out the conditions for pulling the trigger on such basically a risky type of trade, risky type of opportunity, because we're going to move counter trend, right, against the major trend, which is obviously upwards. All right, guys, we will have to come back, follow up about this, and keep you posted with latest development. That's about that for this one. That's about that for today. Until next time, be well.